People nowadays, they said there ain't no such a fish as could swallow Joney.
I don't know that I've ever heard the story of Jonah and the whale told better than you're about to hear on this episode of the Heartland series. This poem is not only entertaining and cute, but it's so easy to remember. It's so simple. I absolutely adore it, and I love the way she tells it straight from memory. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one.
Effy Baker tells stories she learned from her father, who was 14 during the Civil War. She learned this familiar Bible tale from him. Drawings by the children of Copper Ridge Elementary School illustrate Effy's story.
So this is about a grandfather, and he was talking to his little grandson. He said, "Now, buddy, get up and come here to your pap, and I'll tell you a story. Climb up on my lap. It's better than the story of Daniel or Ruth, and though it's fishy, it's every bit the truth. Just listen right good, and I'll tell you the tale, how Joney, the prophet, got caught with a whale. The whale caught poor Joney, and bless your dear soul, it not only caught him, it swallowed him whole." Now, part of this story is awful sad. It's about a big city that went to the bad. And when the Lord saw that his people had such wicked ways, he said, "I can't stand them but 40 more days." So the Lord spoke to Joney and said, "Joney, you go cry and tell that wicked city that I give them 40 more days to get humbled down, and if they don't do it, I'll tear up their town." But when Joney heard the Lord a speaking, old Joney said, "No, I'm a true hard-shell Baptist, and so I won't go. Those Nineveh's people, they're nothing to me, and then I'm against foreign mission, you see." So he went down to Joppa, and there in great haste he boarded a ship for a different place. The Lord looked down on that ship and said, "Why, Joney's fixing to run away from me." So he set the wind a-blowing with squeaks and with squeals, and the sea had got rowdy and kicked up its heels. Old Joney confessed that it was caused by his sin. So the crew threw him out, and the whale took him in. It was the funniest sight, Bud, that ever you seen, as Joney rode off in his new submarine. And those people of Nineveh, they did not repent, for the message of warning to them was missent. On a bed of green seaweeds, the old whale, he tried to rest. Now he said, "I'll sleep while my food I'll digest." But he got mighty restless and so sore and afraid as he rumbled inside while the old prophet prayed. On the third day, the old fish rose up from his bed with his stomach tore up and a pain in his head. He said, "I must get out there mighty quick. This filthy old sinner's a-making me sick." He winked his eyes and flapped his tail as he came up on the shore to deliver the mail. He came up on the shore and looked all around, and then he vomited Joney clear out on the ground. Old Joney thanked God for his mercy and grace, and then turning around to the whale, he made a face. He said, "After 3 nights and 3 days you found a good old sucker, you can't keep him down." The prophet stretched up with a yawn and a sigh. He sat down in the sun for his clothing to dry. He thought how much better his preaching would be, since from the whale seminary he had a degree. Having rested well and dried himself in the sun, he started out for Nineveh almost in a run. He reached the city about a week late, but he preached from the time that he entered the gate until the whole population repented and prayed, and the hand of justice and vengeance was stayed. Now, buddy, when you disobey Mommy, remember this tale, and when you run away from school, look out for the whale. There are varmints to get you on sea and on land, and a boy can be swallowed a lot easier than a man.